Hey guys, so today we're gonna be going over the install of a rough country LED light bar in the bumper slot down here of a 2012 Chevy Silverado. I'm gonna be taking the grill and the bumper off just because it's way easier to get at that slot instead of trying to finagle it in there from behind. So we'll go through the process on how to do this today. Okay, so first we're gonna want to take off these 4 10mm bolts on the top of the grill. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we've got a couple of clips inside here. A little bit hard to see. There's one down in there. There's one right here. See if we can get the camera to focus. One down there. There's 4 on this grill cross member. Right down in there. And then there's one down in here as well. Okay, now that we've got the grill off, we're gonna take this little wind deflector out of here. There's 4 little pins or clips. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 that you want to take out. Okay, now to get the bumper off, we've got 4 bolts. We've got one here on the left side of the cross member, another one right on the other side, and then we've got 2 underneath. Let me get you up in here. We've got one right there. That's a 20 or an 18mm, I believe. And then same thing on the other side. Okay, now we've got the bumper off and the grill. We've got it laying down here. Make sure you put something underneath. We got a bunch of shop coats here, just so you don't scratch it. Where my mounts are gonna go, right in here. This is the bumper slot, just looking at it from the back. My mounts are gonna go in these 2, and then these 2 here, and then we'll center it up in the gap. Okay, these are the mounts I fabbed up. They just go on either side of the bumper hole. They'll go in just like this, and they use the factory bolts in there. I got the other one in there, just hand tightened. Then we're gonna take the mounts that came with the bar. I cut down, so because they were too tall for the bumper hole, I cut them down. And then these are gonna go up in here and then mount to the light bar. Okay, the way this works out, there's this big bracket in the way of my own little brackets, so I already took this side off. If you have air tools, it's really handy. If you don't, well, it just takes a little bit more elbow grease, but we should be good. Okay, so I lined up the bar in the hole and marked the holes to drill on the brackets I made. It ended up being a little bit different on each bracket on the light bar just because of the imperfections in my bracket. See, they're on a little bit of a different location on each mount, but it mounts flush and straight in the bumper hole. Okay, so I've got her all mounted in here. Get you a little close-up of the brackets here. Took a little bit of work, but we got it in nicely. There's a view from the front. Almost looks like it belongs there. Okay guys, here's the light bar mounted, and we've got the bumper brackets back on here. You'll see I had to nick off the corner of this bracket a little bit to clear the light bar. Just some minor grinding, had to do it the same thing on both sides. And the way my brackets worked out, I'm not going to be able to get the outer little clips back in from the air deflector here. So we just ended up cutting them off like that. So it's not going to really make any difference, so I'm totally okay with that. And these ones still go into the factory holes. Okay, we've got everything all assembled again. Get you a good look in there. I think it looks really sharp. Here's how I wired it. Just obviously positive negative terminal on the battery. I mounted the relay just on the torque screw for the air box here, and then just did some little zip ties on over here across the top of the engine bay. I haven't run the switch properly into the cab yet. That's no big deal. I don't think you guys need to know how to do that. If you're attempting this install, you probably know how to do that already. I knew nothing going into this, so this is a bit of a journey for me too. And then ran the harness wire down here. I have to secure that up, and then it goes down into the to the bar. Now it's turned on. We'll see if we can get some sort of a video of it. It's super bright in here to begin with, so it's kind of hard to tell. I'll get some night photos of it. I think it looks sweet. By the way, this is a rough country 20-inch dual row, if I haven't said it already. I think it looks sweet. My truck is filthy. Please excuse that. Canadian winters, they dump more salt on the road than snow comes, so. But yeah, that's about it. And we just got to put the radiator shroud back on and we're done. Okay, so as you can see, it's pitch dark out here. I'll put just my auto, so it'll just be on the low beams right now. Yeah, just give it a second. Okay, and now flick the high beams. Okay, yeah, that's high beams. Now we'll see everything shut off. And now just the light bar. As you can see, it's bright as anything. See how well the camera picks it up. It's probably kind of weird. Yeah, it's picking it up a little bit funny, but as you can see, it's extremely bright. This wall is about probably 40 feet away from my truck, and it's incredibly bright. So yeah, gonna be super useful on the back roads and stuff, and thanks for watching.